Buen dia. This is the Weekend Feels Energy Report from Madeira with Love. Sarah Lingadish here once again. People, how are you doing? Straight off the bat, there's a lot of fire going on. And I'm someone who has some pretty serious fire aspects, so I'm feeling the fire. So there might be a bit of an urgency to this report. A lot has been happening. This has been one hell of a week once again. We have just been hit by a massive full moon in Pisces, opposite Sun in Virgo. And this full moon has been so revealing to us. It has allowed us to see what isn't working in our lives. A lot of strong emotions came up with this Pisces full moon. Pisces is water, mutable water, and Pisces is boundlessness. There are no boundaries. Pisces is expansiveness, is openness, is receptivity, is the higher realms, is magic, is intuitive, psychic, and Pisces is delusional at times. Pisces can get lost in absorbing everything. That Pisces gets confused. What's actually mine and what's yours? So this full moon really revealed a lot of things happening beneath the surface, opposite that Virgo sun. And Virgo sun is like a focused lens pointing into the areas that don't work. So this Virgo sun wants to only work with what works. Okay, Virgo Pisces axis is the axis of service. It's the axis of healing, of wholeness, and of combining the higher and the practical earthly realms, okay, immutable signs. So something really interesting about Virgo is like a very focused, intentional, practical, looking at what works. Okay, so Virgo will very easily look and see what doesn't work. But something interesting I learned about Virgo this week is if Virgo is not focused on you, you may not even know that Virgo energy is there, because Virgo energy is very passionate and wants the best, wants everyone to be at their best. But when they're focused on one aspect, and if, you know, often people say Virgo can be kind of cold or not feeling, not true. When Virgo focuses on you, there's such a passion for creating the best, for eliminating what no longer serves, like the harvest season. It's like separating the old vines with the fruit, with the wheat, with the harvest, okay? So this moon was really forcing us to do this incredible dance between the boundlessness and then the very focused what is working. So perhaps this moon illuminated, where there's bullshit in your life, what's not working. And, you know, this was a very emotional moon, so we could have been feeling a lot of grief, sadness, anxiety, stress, fear. Okay, a lot of fears come up. So at the same time of this full moon, we had a pretty big aspect with Venus in Cancer opposing Saturn in Capricorn. And I'm going to talk about Venus a little bit because Venus has been having one hell of a time this year. Venus has been put through the ringer. Venus is our Venusian aspect of life. It's how we give and receive love. It's how we relate. It's our financial life, and it's the way we love ourselves, okay? And it's contact with the physical beauty, the physical realms. So Venus is in Cancer right now. It's about to change signs, going into Leo. But Venus in Cancer is a weak position for Venus, because Venus in Cancer just wants to nurture, but Venus in Cancer is very passive. Very passive, nurturing, wants to feel comfort. And with this opposition to Saturn, the taskmaster, we may have been feeling blocked okay, during this full moon in particular. So 2020 has really been pushing Venus's boundaries because people, we are in a cycle of, we are transforming the way we relate. Relationship patterns are ending. We're ending a very big cycle of relating right now in 2020. And from what I hear from a lot of people, relating will become less and less karmic. As we proceed into the future, we're letting go of a lot of karmic ways of relating. And as we become more conscious, we will no longer pursue the same types of relationships. We will no longer pursue the same type of person, the same character, the same situation. We will start to observe what doesn't work and really eliminate it from our lives. So what is happening for us right now, this whole year we have had pretty harsh, critical testing in our relationships, and we've been subject to a lot of illusions and delusions and confusions in relationships, okay? With that square to Neptune, that's been deluding us into thinking something's good when it's not. And we've just been shown the light. Holy crap, what have I been doing? I've been playing out the same patterns that I've been playing out my whole life. Well, the cycle's ending, people. And it's not going to be a comfortable, easy way to end, but it will end. It's in the process of cutting the cords. Today, we have the pleasure of having Venus in Cancer perfectly squaring Mars in Aries. Dun, dun, dun. Venus in Cancer in its weaker position, squaring, meaning it's a tension 90-degree angle with Mars, the god of war in the sign of the warrior. Mars in Aries is very strong. It's its home sign. It's very powerful. And so with this square, we are becoming aware of our desires, what we desire in Venus. Oh, we want to feel good. And then not getting what we want. Okay, we're being blocked, we're being limited, as Mars is still squaring Saturn, blocks, limitations, rules. Fix the structure before you can proceed. So this desire we're having in this fiery, passionate Aries is we want things and yet we can't seem to get them. So this causes frustration, this causes conflict, this causes aggression, this causes anger, this causes all kinds of dramatic reactions potentially. Mars in Aries is impulsive, it's reactive, it's fire, the fire starter, okay? Also, we may not get what we want, or if we are in a good aspect in our personal planets with our Mars and Venus, it could be extremely fun and playful and creative. So either could go this way or that way. So it's really up to you, and it's really up to your natal chart as to how you're dealing with relating right now. So Venus and Mars and all this Venus stuff is bringing up a lot of questions for us to examine. What is the problem in your life? I mean, in the relationship and in money. Remember, Venus is money. So what's the problem here? What's going on, okay? How are we relating to people? Who are we allowing in our life? Who are we letting into our circle? Are we sure they're the right person? Because if they're not, it's going to be revealed very, very quickly. If not, it's already been revealed, okay? What is holding you back? What are you holding on to that no longer works? What kind of weird patterns are you holding on to? It doesn't work for you anymore. We're different. We're changing. We're different than 6 months ago. We're different than 4 months ago. We are different than 2 months ago. We are no longer the same people we were, okay? So the way we relate is changing, and it's on a global scale, okay? And this year already, we've seen a lot of breakups or reunion, like joining. I mean, it's a strong push to either bond or to be pushed apart, okay? Are you always pursuing the same type of person? Are you always pursuing the same type of situation? These kind of unconscious patterns are being revealed, okay? And why are you pursuing that type of situation if it no longer serves you? So, does it actually make you happy? Why are you doing it? So these are big questions, because this is not just my relationship right now. This is potentially all your relating patterns. And I'm talking friendships too. I'm talking business partners. I'm talking relating with people. Like, really, who are you allowing in your world, okay? So this weekend, people get ready. It's going to be really fun, really playful, really creative, or dead. It's going to be so over. It's going to be so obvious what crap can no longer be in your life, thankfully. But that may not be necessarily pleasant, okay? We're not getting our desires met. So what do we need to do to get our desires met? What radical shift in our mind do we need to make? Okay? So basically, any kind of bullshit relating, it's going to be exposed. It can't hold up the test. We're being tested. So whatever bullshit's coming to the surface, get it out. Cut the cords. Get that shit out. Break up or make up. It's really, it could go either way, okay? This weekend particularly, there's a lot of really strong Mars energy because Mars is slowing down, preparing to go retrograde next Wednesday. I'll talk about that in a bit. So this weekend in particular, the moon is in Aries. Woo, another fun time. So the moon just went into Aries last night. I literally was up in my bed feeling fire, and then I looked online and realized the moon had literally just gone into Aries. So what does this mean? It means an extra boost of fire to our emotions all weekend long. How fun! So guys, please be very aware of where you're putting yourself this weekend, what kind of people you're hanging out with, where you're going, because some people could be feeling a lot of intense, fiery passion, aggression. There could be violence, there could be aggression, there could be fights, okay? Whatever is not working, it's going to be revealed. So just take care of your environment, like where you put yourself in the world, okay? Mars is heating up. As Mars slows down, it's heating up, okay? Its influence on us is stronger, it's closer to Earth, we're feeling the fire, and it's going retrograde for 2 months, okay? So this is going to be reviewing all of our drive, our passion, our desires, our boundaries. Mars builds boundaries, which is beautiful. We need more boundaries now more than ever because we're changing and we need to respect who we are and we need to put our boundaries up so that people don't pass them, okay? Very strong Aries in its home sign, and Mars is pissed. Mars is pissed. And Mars is meeting up with Black Moon Lilith, okay? Black Moon Lilith can be our subconscious desires, our hidden dark side. So when Mars is joining up with Black Moon Lilith, this is causing more tension, okay? Again, and the moon is passing over all of this with the squares to the Capricorn limitations. So guys, this is a lot of reactive, impulsive stuff, okay? Mars wants to get it. Saturn is blocking you, saying, what do you need to do in order to be really on your path? What are the structures you need to put in place? What are the things you need to release in order to really live that life of your dreams, okay? Guys, this is massive cardinal energy. Cardinal is the instigating energy. Cardinal energy is Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer. So there's massive, strong, cardinal, instigating energy that wants to push forward. So if you have personal planets or points between, let's say, 23 degrees and 29 degrees of any of those 4 signs, You are getting rammed up the backside of the head with a lot of stuff, okay? I have two pretty important planets exactly on the points that are being hit. So I am just going through this stuff with you guys, truly. So I hear you. Yeah, heightened emotions. Guys, Venus is moving out of Cancer, where it's a bit passive, weak, submissive. And now Venus is going into Leo, more fire. But I think this is going to be beautiful because Venus in Leo wants to express, wants to be more assertive, wants to be more present, is ready to shine. So outgoing, passionate, desires. So our desires are going to be like pushed. Still going to feel that squared. There's going to be some limitations. So just know it's either going to feel amazing or it's going to be a bit rough. So really hard to say. Depends on your level of consciousness, depends on your personal planets. Another big thing, Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. We're in the sun Virgo, and it's moving from Virgo. Our communication right now has been really focused, has been really precise, has been really, this is the truth, this is what I need to say, this is what I need to communicate. This is how I feel in my communications with people, okay? So we have literally today into tomorrow to say what we need to say, those precise things. And then we're gonna be moving into Libra, okay? We're moving into cardinal air. And Libra is the balance, the scales. Libra is justice. Libra is fairness. Libra is harmonizing, balancing. We will be moving into Libra season after the equinox on the 22nd of September, okay? Libra wants to negotiate. Libra wants everybody to be okay. Libra wants everything to be beautiful, which is beautiful. But let's remember, be aware of what you're negotiating. Do not negate your truth because you want everything to be okay. That is the biggest downside of Libra. Libra wants everything to be okay, but sometimes compromises the self to make sure everything's okay, which can be frustrating for, let's say, a Virgo energy who wants to be precise and wants the best, and even if it hurts, is willing to go there and say what needs to be said. But Libra is a beautiful energy, so this could really help harmonize our communications, because I'm pretty sure we've been having some pretty intense conversations as of late. Let's remember, big theme, are you aligned with your destiny? Are you living your truth? This whole year is about finding your way, finding your path, finding yourself, and allowing that transformation to lead you down the path where you need to go, okay? We want to feel good, and come this Monday, we're getting the moon in Taurus. The moon in Taurus is exalted. It just wants us to feel good, feel that boa vida, have that beautiful glass of wine. So we have work to do this weekend. We have to really, we've got a lot coming up for us. And it's time to experiment because we're changing. The way we relate is changing. It's time to be open-minded, experiment, and use that grounding influence of Uranus, the planet of revolution in Taurus, making great aspects all this week to us. It's time to experiment and see what other options are coming for us. Let's move into the unknown with this trusting energy of a child moving into the unknown. This is a time to really allow ourselves to be drawn into the unknown and to release those fears, to release that fear of death, of that death of the old self, that just allowing what no longer is to dissolve. allowing what is to be, okay? Let's release our old models so we can make room for the new. Surrendering into the moment, okay? Let's surrender into this moment with the innocence of this child. And the only thing that's certain is nothing is certain. There could be dangers, there could be fears, there could be scary things, endings, deaths. There's a lot of emotion going on, but let's not fear the death process. Let's allow the natural disintegration of what no longer serves our souls. I pulled the Hanged Man card for us this weekend. This is the pause, the surrender, the letting go, the releasing, the realigning of self to step forward with what truly matters, okay? This pause is necessary for us to surrender into what is, to allow what we thought our life would be to disintegrate, and to just be present with ourselves, to realign with our destiny, to realign with our path. And it's time to examine what is keeping us stuck and blocked, and how can we release those things. Five of Pentacles is the card of loss, of poverty, of lack mindset. It has to do often with finances because it's Pentacles, it's the earth. But it could also be with the heart. We have suffered some kind, potentially, some kind of, we feel some kind of bruise to our ego. We feel some kind of bruise to our confidence, potentially. We feel something is lacking, we're missing, we've lost. But to allow these feelings to come and to understand that our bruised and fragile egos, our self-confidence, it will rebuild, and this moment will pass, and whatever's coming up, to allow it to just flow and release from our lives. And, you know, we might feel rejected, we might feel alone, we might feel sad, just to let it wash through us, to pass through us as it passes. We may feel we're in the cold, we don't have the support we need. Guess what? We do have support all around us. You just need to see it. And sometimes when we're in that lacking mentality, when we're in that sadness, we don't see those people around us that want to support and love us. We might focus on the ones that don't want to. But it's really about allowing that to pass through us, okay? Nine of Cups. It's time to get in touch, it's time to get in touch with what is really important to us. And we really need to look within for our happiness, not without. This is a pretty serious time of getting to know who we are. We're not the same person. We don't know what we're doing. We're learning how to be our new selves. All of us are trying to find our way. And we don't need to try so hard. We can just let go, surrender to what is. All of this very intense and exciting stuff is here to push us to evolve, to move into our higher selves. It is a magical, exciting, and crazy, crazy time that can be quite uncomfortable and quite emotional. So let's remember, this is a test. And we are totally capable of finding our way and creating the life of our dreams, and really being present and allowing what's meant for us to arrive. Guys, I'm sending you tons of love. I know what it's like to have a lot of fire. So I know about those waves of all that stuff. I feel you, you know. So just ride the waves. Let's be conscious, like, just remember whatever's triggering you. Just remember, let's breathe. Let's do a physical exercise if we need to get that stuff out. Because we don't need to necessarily fight with someone else. We can get the energy out. Then we can come and talk and say our truth. Guys, I'm sending you big love. Beijinhos, fica muito bem. Send me a private message if you want some more info about natal chart readings. I'll see you guys very soon. Ciao. Bom fim de semana.